Hi guys, I'm Rebel Star Girl. Before we get into the contents of today's video, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment with any critiques, questions, or suggestions. I'm graduating! I did it! I am graduating high school in, as I film this, a couple days. I'm hoping to put the video up the day of my graduation, so as you're watching this, I graduated! Yay! So, get a little sneak peek. Today I'm decorating my graduation cap, and as you can see by the little things sticking out of it, I've actually already finished my hat while I'm recording this intro, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think it came out really good, so yeah. It's not really, I don't really know what else I wanted to say for this. Yeah, we're doing a graduation hat. So, let's get started.
Step 1. Tape the edges. I wasn't sure if I wanted to paint over these or leave them white, but being the messy painter I am and the fact that the tape didn't really want to stick to the fabric, they ended up getting paint on them anyway. Next, it was time for paint. I decided to go with fabric paint for these because I wanted it to last a long time, and acrylic paint can crack when used on fabric. I found this relatively cheap set of fabric paints on Amazon that came with a bunch of colors, a paint palette, and some paint brushes. I've never really worked with fabric paint all that much, so I have no idea if these were good or not. They dried really sticky, and the brushes did seem kind of cheap, but they were fine for what I was doing, so would acrylic paint have worked? Probably. I just didn't want to risk it cracking over time. I decided to lighten the pastel pink that was already included in the kit by pouring the pink and white into this little travel shampoo container I had lying around. I did end up with a lot of leftover paint, and by putting it in this container I was able to save it, so now I can use it for another project if I want. Next, it was time to paint the whole top of the hat pastel pink. Once I finished the first base coat, I added two more. I honestly cannot remember how many base coats I added. Also, I did notice that this paint dries darker than how it looks originally in the container, so that's something to consider if you really want a pastel. Once that was done, it was time to remove the tape. Now that the hat was prepped, I could start painting the design. Once I got the flower in place, I realized the hat goes the other way. I forgot to check which direction the hat went when I started painting, so I had to paint over what I had done and start again. Thankfully, I realized this before I'd gotten too far. I actually planned my design out in my sketchbook beforehand. When I was brainstorming what I might want to paint on the hat, I just kept thinking about butterflies. I really wanted butterflies, and I don't know why, but I felt like just doing butterflies was kind of basic. I don't know. I wanted to do something really unique and really me, so I came up with the idea of doing these two big butterflies, and each of the butterflies represents something I love. So the one on the left represents my love for art, and the one on the right represents my love for martial arts. At first I was going to do another butterfly to represent my faith, but I didn't want to make it something separate, so instead I decided to put it right in the middle, like it's in the center of all of it. So you have that cross right in the middle, and then I pick a Bible verse to put underneath it, and of course I have to put that flower that is my logo and that first digital art I ever made in the background. So here I wanted to get some satisfying footage of me pouring and mixing the paint, but then the orange paint exploded. I'm going to use these colors to paint little butterflies around the big martial arts butterfly, and I chose these colors because these are the belt rank colors for my dojo. So I thought that would be a cool creative way to kind of bring more color and kind of help represent the martial arts theme. I loved painting this flower in the middle. It was so satisfying to blend all of the colors. It was just really, really enjoyable, and I love how it came out. Blending the colors in different parts of the drawing, like in the flower and the butterflies, was probably my favorite part because it was so satisfying to watch the colors blend into each other, and I thought they all came out pretty good. So my dojo's colors are green and yellow, so I wanted to add these like yellow spots to the butterfly, but I discovered the fabric paint set came with a gold metallic, and I became very obsessed with it to the point that I had to go back over spots later on and cover it up because I used too much of it. I decided I wanted to do some line art on the flower, so I went in with my blue Posca to create some line art. And I also decided to change the color of the swirls so they weren't so harsh and so that the big butterflies would stand out more. In my original sketch of the design, the elements of the design took up the entire space of the hat, but when I painted them, there was some blank spots. So I decided in order to fill these, I would create some fabric flowers that I saw Mariah Elizabeth do in one of her 5-minute craft videos. She used felt, but I don't have any felt. I only have these scraps of fabric, and I found this white one with pretty designs on it, so I went with that, and honestly, it worked just as well. Also, I didn't bother to rewatch her video when I was making these, so this is how I made them, but I have no idea if it's exactly how she made them, so... The first thing I did was cut out a long rectangle. I cut out a long rectangle and a handful of petalish shapes to use for each flower. I wanted the colors to match the cap, so I painted the fabric pieces in a variety of colors. I used pinks and purples and blues. So originally I was trying to cover up the design completely, but that wasn't really going to happen without like a million coats, and to be honest, I really like the way the design looks in the flowers. After the pieces dried, which I didn't always completely wait for that, I started with the rectangle strip and I would roll it and ruffle it to create like the center of the flower. After that, you want to position and glue the petals as you like to kind of create the flower. The first one I did didn't really come out very good, so I didn't use that one, but I feel like once you get the hang of it, they come out really cute. And like I said, I'm obsessed with this metallic gold paint, so I decided to add it to the trims of the petals, which this is actually something Mariah Elizabeth did in her video. Once they were all put together, all I had to do was trim the bottom and glue them to the hat. And now that the flowers were in place, all I had to do was some final touch-ups. And the result?
So guys, here it is! The final hat. I love it. It's messy. It's definitely very messy. But you know what? That's me. But you know, I really like it. I think the flowers were really nice. They look a little weird when I'm wearing it because they kind of like, you just see like this top of them. But when you look at it, you know, together, it's really nice. So yeah, I think it came out really well, and I'm so excited! So, since this video is about graduation, I might as well fill you guys all in with the plan while I'm here. So, the plan is, I'm going to be going to college in the fall for fine arts. And, obviously, college is... Dog is ruining my moment. While we're here, I'm going to fill you guys in on the plan. So, the plan is, I'm going to be going to college in the fall for fine arts. Woohoo! Very exciting. The flopper! Hashtag free flopper! Anyway, the thing is, college is a big responsibility. And to be honest, thinking about this channel, I've thought several times that maybe I should just stop because making videos is a lot of work. And it's going to be a lot to balance, and not only am I going to college, but I'm also hoping to get a job at my dojo. And having a full-time job and school full-time is a lot of work. And so there really have been several times that I've considered maybe stopping this channel. But every time I think about that, God always finds a way to give me the time to make the video. So I'm not stopping this channel. I don't know what the videos are going to look like once the fall starts and school starts, but I'm not stopping. I probably won't be able to post as much. So right now, while it is summertime and I have the time to do it, I'm going to be trying to make a video every other week. That's the plan, that's the goal. But when college starts, I'm trusting God to show me what it is that He wants me to do with this channel, because I really don't feel like He wants me to give up on it. I really don't want to give up on it. And I feel like it's something He's called me to, because every time I've thought about stopping it or had doubts, He's always kind of nudged me back to it and always kind of provided the time I needed to make the videos. And so I'm just trusting that He's going to make the time and show me what kind of videos He wants me to make, how often, and all that stuff. And I do have a couple ideas already about how I can possibly do videos when school starts, like maybe doing videos on my homework assignments, specifically the art ones, since I'm going to be taking art courses, and possibly doing some live streams. And I think it'd be really fun. So yeah, if you guys want me to maybe do some live streaming. But as usual, I have no idea what the next video is going to be or when it's going to come out, but when it does, I will see you then. Bye!